Hisoka. Oh, he knows. He's so freaky about it though, man. Yeah, look. Yeah, look. Oh, dude. Look at that. Let's go. What? You're lying! So I mentioned at the start of last episode that a lot of things have been happening in the show recently that are just changing the way that you look at the show. Well, it's happened again all through last episode. I feel like we're going into a completely different show now. And it's in a really good way. We got a little bit of information about Ging, Gon's father, both from Pockle and Satots, but you can see the way that Gon is looking at his father. It's in a really positive light. He was really proud to hear from Satots like the good work that his father has been doing, but I'm still really uncertain about the overall vibe around Gon's father. There is a lot of mystery about him. There is Gon's dream that he had a few episodes ago, but it's all really good stuff that I'm going to keep in my mind going forward. And the tone has shifted pretty drastically from the start of last episode with Gon being really angry towards Illumi, but after finding out where Killua has gone and all the information about his father, Gon, Kurapika, and Leoria are out there in the world. They're off to find Killua. The vibe at the end of last episode was fantastic, super upbeat, super who knows what's going to happen. It's really exciting. And of course, we left off with Satots letting us know that the exam is not over. Still unsure what that means. It could be several different things. I'm sure it's something that's going to come back. But going into this episode here, I have absolutely no idea what's about to happen. All I know for sure is that we're out there looking for Killua. Real quick before the episode here, if you guys are enjoying these Hunter x Hunter videos, please leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you want to see more. And consider checking out the Patreon as well. It's currently the best way to support the channel. I have early access videos available for Avatar: The Last Airbender on Patreon right now, with Hunter x Hunter early access coming soon. So with all that being said, enjoy the video. Here we go, we're up there now. Yeah, here we go, straight back to Killua. We know a lot more about this now. Yeah, that's interesting. So interesting to revisit that here after what's happened. Oh yeah. Oh, I don't know about that. Might take a little bit longer or happen in a way we're not expecting. A dangerous watchdog. Alright, let's get into it. Oh, here we go. It's a nice vibe out here. I like this. There it is. That's got to be it in the back, yeah. She sounds just like the woman from the exams that was doing the announcing, right? Zoldyck family of assassins. Oh, here we go. Okay. These are clearly someone. See, somewhere. So they know the family's there, but yeah, they don't know exactly where it is. Okay. Bro, I'm not driving on a cliff like that. 10 members, she said. 10. Leorio! So there's 5 children. Okay. We might have our work cut out for us here. Oh, yeah. Wait, is this... Hello? This is just the entrance to the mountain, right? Door to Hades. Alright, they're not playing around with this. What, we're just gonna go straight into something that no one's ever come out of? That's what I'm saying. Oh, well, these guys are just dead. Hey, he not wrong though. Mike. Straight away they're cooked. Who's Mike? Is that a pet? Oh, a watchdog. Okay. Oh, okay. I should have known. Yeah, alright. This is what we doing. Yeah, if y'all didn't think it was the real deal, it is now. Mike. That's pretty funny. Now they got some business to attend to. He's so chill about it. You hear this in the background though. That's kind of lit. Ah, okay. Good. It goes back to Illumi and that whole family, I guess. He just puts it in the bin. It's just another day for him. Oh, I kind of like stuff like this. So we'll have to work around that some way, which is really interesting. They killed. Kurapika picked up on that. Is he the master of the dog? Yeah, Kurapika always picks up on these things. Oh. So it's all just a massive bait. That's tough. Oh, come on, Leorio. Ooh, talk to him. Maybe all three of them have to do it. See, his voice keeps changing, I swear. Look at him, he's jacked. The testing gate, man. More tests. Oh, he's got an aura about him. I like it. Ooh, and they close straight back. That was hard for him, yeah. Yeah, that's what I thought the situation was. Only if they go through the locked door. 2 tons? Okay, that's a good measurement of the power scale, I guess. Yeah, I caught that too. 7? You're lying. Oh. So that's 12 tons, yeah. Oh. I don't want to talk about it, I don't want to talk about it. Well, he said, I'll take my chance with Mike. Maybe Gon's dexterity will be enough, but he does have a broken arm. I won't accept this. This is classic Gon. He's so stubborn, yeah. I'd always go with Kurapika, I think, in a situation like this, but Gon is just he's so stubborn. See, they're the same though. Won't feed Killer's friends, but Gon doesn't want his friends to be tested. Is he ringing them up? Zebra. How are they gonna feel? How are the family gonna feel about these guys just rocking up to get Killua, considering the situation with Illumi, right? The butler. God, how many extra people are there? Oh, I love Gon. He just keeps trying? He's such a child. I love it though. Is this what we doing? Test, test, test. Oh. These are assassins, even though this is just the butler. This guy is he's a lot. Is he really a butler or is he part of the family? Our duty, there's multiple butlers? Oh, okay, okay. Is he just gonna go over the wall? Come on, Gon. Yeah, uh-oh. Classic Gon, man. Oh, you know that's not gonna happen, Gon. Come on. He's trying to climb over a wall with a broken arm. So even this guy has realized Gon's stubbornness. Oh, okay. Is he gonna help them with Mike, maybe? Jesus, he'd really walk in with them, even if there's a chance they all die. That made Gon change his tune, though. He doesn't want anyone else to come to harm. Dang. That's really tough. You gotta respect it, though. There you go. Think of others as well, Gon, not just what you want. Yeah, that's a pretty significant moment for Gon, I think. Yeah, that's exactly what happened. Yeah. I would agree. And this was something else I was thinking about. Ooh, okay. I want to see Mike too. I want to see what Mike actually looks like. Are we inside? We're inside. Okay, I see. Don't cliffhanger me. I'm gonna be upset. Here we go. Oh, yeah, nah, that's not what I was picturing. Look at its eyes, man. He said Gon might not be frightened. Gon is petrified. But Mike's not going to harm them because they came through the testing door. Wait, now he looks so different. That's a big fella. Yeah, right. This might be a bit of a wake-up call for Gon. He knows now. Oh. Oh, hear this? Oh yeah, this is a good track, man. No, good stuff. This is a good vibe. So it's kind of what I expected. I honestly didn't expect us to get this close to where Killua is this quickly, but I imagine there were going to be a number of things that were going to happen before we actually get to Killua. So this is good stuff. So immediately we're thrown back into more of a serious tone as Gon is on the airship recollecting the time when Killua first told him about his family. And like I was saying, it's really interesting to revisit that after Illumi has popped up and introduced all these ideas about, you know, their family, they don't have friends, and that itself was reinforced further in this episode as well, and other details as well about how Killua doesn't want to live a life that's been planned out for him. He wants to go out there and do his own things, such as make friends with people like Gon. So that was a good way to kind of start us off with the whole theme of trying to get Killua away from his family, perhaps. But just like that, we're in Padokia, a really cool looking country, lots of greenery, lots of mountains, some really cool looking landscapes. And this is something I've been very excited to see. Ever since the very first episode, when that intro kind of goes over just how much there is out there in the world of Hunter x Hunter, I've been so curious to see what a lot of these places look like, and this is a great start for me. So I don't know if the name Zoldyck has popped up in the show yet. I'm pretty sure this is the first time, but that is the family name of Killua's family, and their estate, the Zoldyck estate, is up on Kukuru Mountain, which is where they were going. Really cool looking place, really ominous, the perfect kind of place I think for a family of assassins. And the lady who was the guide for the kind of tour group situation said that there are 10 family members. There are 5 siblings siblings, the parents obviously, a great-grandfather, a grandfather, and a grandmother. And at this point, we're led to believe there are multiple butlers as well, and who knows how many other kinds of people are working for the family in the estate. There was the guard, Zebro, who turned out to be a really nice guy, and Mike, of course, the watchdog. And that was the name of the episode. It took me a while to click onto that, but we got there. So the big massive gate in front of the estate, and the estate is massive, by the way, it's damn near the whole mountain, but the guy called it the door to Hades, and they keep talking about how no one that's entered has survived, and these two absolute idiots of characters that were on the bus with them, they rock up and they think they can just go in there, you know, and it's all just a big hoax or something like that. They mention something about the family members, even a picture of them is worth a lot, but they were incredibly naive. They've stolen, I guess, the decoy key from Zebro, and that's all set up so that people purposely enter through the locked door and not the main gate, and that's when they get set on by Mike. Like, Mike is set up to attack and pretty much kill anyone who intrudes from that specific door, and if you enter through the massive test doors, Mike will not harm you. But they get disposed of, and it's just another day at the office for Zebro. And after learning that Gon, Kurapika, and Leorio are Killua's friends, and also mentioning that he wasn't under the impression that Killua had any friends, which is also a pretty big theme, he explains the situation, and Kurapika, being as perceptive as ever, is able to figure out, you know, what's really going on here. The gates are not locked. It's just a matter of, are you strong enough to open the 2-ton gate, as Zebro does demonstrate for us. Zebro doesn't want to give up the key because it would mean pretty much certain death, and that is pretty much confirmed by the character's reaction to Mike at the end of the episode. But if they're strong enough to get through the test gates, no problem. Mike's not going to touch them, that's fine. And Zebro explains that there are 7 gates, and the amount of gates that opens depends on how much strength you use. So gate 1 is 2 tons, and he explains that Killua opens 3 gates. 6. Huh? 2 and then 4 is 6, so we have 6 tons. We're doubling that to 8, that's 14. How did I get 16 again? The first gate is 2, the second one is double that, which is 4, so that's a combined of 6. The next gate is doubled of 4, which is 8, and we already have 6, so that's 14. How do we get to 16? How do we get to 16? Huh? I'm so dizzy. Just 2, 6, 14. How is 16 possible? How is it 16? The only way I can think of we get to 16 is if it's 2 tons and then it's 4 tons, so it's 6 tons. And then if the next one is 12 tons, if you double that, well, that would make sense. No, that has to be right, but it still doesn't make sense. Huh? The second gate is 4 tons. That's a total of 6. The third gate is 12 tons. And to get to 16, the only way that's possible is for it to be 12 plus 4, but then where's this 2 gone? The 2 just doesn't exist anymore. Huh? How did Gon even get 12 tons? Is he trolling? Oh, because it's a combined 6, so it goes to 12. Gon's right. I don't give a fuck. It's 6, so it doubles to 12. Where's this 16 coming from? When you go up a gate, the weight doubles. 2 tons doubles to 4 tons. Now, what if that's 8 tons then? Which would be 16. But how does that make sense in my head? So you go up a gate. So now it's 4 tons total. Let's say each gate is 2 tons. Okay, I finally figured this out. So every door is 2 tons. The first door is 2 tons. But if we're trying to open 2 doors, that's another 2 tons. So that's 4 tons total, but it doubles, so it's 8. Huh? But then the third door is another 2 tons. So that's 2, 4, 6, which doubles to 12. Huh? Okay, I've given up. I can't figure out how the math works for this third gate to be 16. I promise I'm not dumb. It's just not making sense to me. But the more I look at this, there's 7 gates like throughout this whole estate to get into like the actual like building, the castle. What I'm assuming it's a castle. I just think that would be really cool. That the Zoldycks are in. I don't know. I think I'm just confusing myself the more I look at this. But either way, none of our characters are strong enough to open any of these doors at this state. But Killua could open 3, which Kurapika says is 16 tons, which is a damn lot. We knew Killua was strong, and I did say that having the tonnage here was a good way to actually put a power scale to everything. But Killua is probably at the very least 16 times strong than anyone here. But Gon is desperate to get inside. We know how stubborn he is at this point. That was a big emphasis on this episode, and we saw that in his fight with Hanzo as well, for example. But he is like, Zebro, give me the key. I'm not leaving until I see Killua. But Zebro does the right thing in not giving the key over because he knows they will all die to Mike. And he even calls up one of the butlers in the mansion to see if they can let Gon, Kurapika, and Leorio up there, but the butler denies it. But when Gon eventually gets on the phone with him, you really start to see how hardcore these guys are as assassins. And this isn't even one of the family members, this is just the butler. He seems like a really interesting character. He kind of seems like someone we might have to go through. And he did mention like butlers plural, like our duty. So I'm assuming there's multiple of them, which is kind of exciting. And they seem like pretty strong characters, embodying like the whole assassination situation of the Zoldyck family, and incredibly skeptical of Gon Gon, you know. In the short time they were on the phone, he's already recorded like Gon's voice and played it back to him saying, look, this is how easy you could fake being yourself. Like, even if Killua does have a friend named Gon, how do I know it's really you? You can see how like careful these people are. It makes a lot of sense. But eventually Gon gives up and he decides he's just gonna climb the wall. He has a broken arm, he doesn't care, he's so stubborn. He tells his friends to stay there. He knows he's going into a situation that's potentially dangerous. He does think he might have a way to deal with Mike. You know, Gon is very quick. He spent time around animals and in nature, so maybe this is a situation that's suited for him. But Zebro, I think, knows better than the fact that Gon can actually deal with this, even though he acknowledges the fact that Gon thinks he can, which is really good. Zebro then does say, look, I'm gonna go in with you. I'm gonna risk my own life for you to see some sense about how reckless you are being. And Zebro is a real one for this. He's able to acknowledge the fact that Gon is very stubborn, but he was willing to put aside his goal here for the sake of like not putting Zebro in harm's way. And Zebro specifically says here he's willing to quell his own anger for another person's sake. And that's something I've seen a little bit, like when Gon gets angry, like he gets pretty angry, right? And he gets very single-minded. And we've seen it a few times, like when he hid away after the whole debacle with his Hisoka, with the tags, and then the whole situation with Illumi as well. That was like a different Gon. And now here, he just seems so driven just to get inside to find Killua. It's almost like he forgot about everything else. But he was able to quell his anger for another person's sake. So that really speaks to Gon's character. But Zebro eventually opens the testing gates again so Mike won't harm them, so they can actually see Mike. And this was mostly for Gon, so Gon could actually grasp the situation. And Mike is like a bit of a demon looking wolf. This first shot you see of him is absolutely insane. He looks like something you don't want to mess with, and Gon is visibly shook straight away. And the shot does change to kind of represent the fact that Mike isn't going to harm them because they came through the testing gates and didn't, you know, break through the fake, you know, lock door. But there was some big emphasis on Mike's eyes, and Zebro does draw attention to that as well. Mike is now memorizing you visually and your scent, and it doesn't sound like Mike is ever going to forget. So if they ever get into a situation where Mike is their enemy, they're going to be in trouble. But Gon is very open and honest, and Zebro draws attention to that as well, that he doesn't want to fight Mike. He is scared. And I'm hoping that's a bit of a wake-up call to Gon here, because he was ready just to jump over that wall and he would have died. Mike would have just killed him. So Zebro is real for this, looking after Killua's friends. It's really funny, like he didn't really have much of a reason to do this other than the fact that, you know, they said that they were Killua's friends. But you have to respect him for it. And then the narrator comes in and says, you know, pretty much reiterating the fact that the Zoldyck family live in a completely different world. But that's what this whole situation was about, showing that this is different. This is not the hunter exams. This is not a controlled environment. This is the home of an assassin family. So I really hope Gon maybe takes this a little bit more seriously. You know, Kurapika is a very critical thinking type of person, so I think that's someone who's very handy to have around in these situations, and I hope Gon can maybe listen to him a little bit more rather than just letting his anger take over and he just becomes very single-minded about his goal. But that's our first obstacle out of the way on our way up to the Zoldyck estate. I would love to see these gates come into play somehow later in the show, maybe to kind of show how much stronger characters are getting. If Killua can only open 3 gates now, I'd love to see maybe down the track how many he or some of our other main characters can open, because I really like that kind of stuff. I love the whole power scaling and seeing development and stuff like that. But that's going to do it for this one. Thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you want to see more content like this. And as always, please continue to leave comments and feedback down below. You know, I always appreciate it. And we'll see you all in the next episode of Hunter x Hunter.